Hello, I was just thinking, we are able to create an account for attendee who registered using the attendees table, but we have also trainer, right? We can manage on here. What about that we could also put an account for this one on here, so they could also log in. The first thing what we would need to do is to find on here also email column, right? We haven't done it while we have been using the Trongate desktop app. So we need to pimp a little bit on here. So we have to find every position which is something with a column in the relation. We will orientate on the last name. Everything after a last name we will put with an email column in. Okay. And on here also. We need to be very careful on here. That will not disturb anything what the code generator has prepared for us. If I'm overseeing something, I ask you kindly to raise your hand. Okay. What's about the view? Wow, there are a few positions where we need to do this, huh? Aye. Okay. So. And of course we need also to add a column. Email. Okay. We have an email field puzzled in. Let's try. We have overseen somewhere something. Ah, in the show thing. So it was the first thing, right? Let's do also for Mr. Wilson. Okay. Okay. This was call, right? So for break. Now we need to have a look at our authentication thing on here. When we find something which is related to attendees, and we could make maybe more general, so we can use on here we could maybe build in a switch. Let's see. You see here something is specialized on the attendees table on here. But the account data is asking the auth table. We wanna teach to be able to retrieve data from attendees or from trainers. So this is okay on here. These are columns from the authentication table. And on here we have mixed. This is not good. You know why? The thing is, the authentication thing should not be colored somehow with an application specific thing, right? We would maybe need to rename this field to users or whatever. Wait a second, let's db table. I will write down attendees ID. Okay. What's happening on here if we log in a user? On here is only the auth table used. Okay, so on here we are fine. So only this method create account we need to make somehow a little bit. So let's try to put on here, create account for a specific role. If the role is an employee or an employee, which would actually be a trainer. Oh, yeah, we can do this because we haven't touched it yet, right? We have not. I'm stupid. Attendee on here. Trainer, yeah, because we have not touched it yet, right? Nowhere. We always just work with this one here. This is fine. Okay, so we can stick on the wording trainer. Yeah, we will forget the name employee, right? Okay. Okay, so the role, if it's not set, and we will default something. We say role is attendee. Okay. Okay. So this is the first thing. This will be complicated, man. This will be really complicated. So on here we are asking the attendees table, right? And on here we use singular, right? Okay, let's put role names as the table are named. So let's make on here attendees. Okay, for this module with a corresponding table. Okay. So you can put on here role, right? So it would match to this one here. Okay. But these are just three positions. Boom, 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 boom. Let's make individual. No, make user. Singular is good, right? This is bad, right? Okay, okay. So let's make on here singular. Okay, so now our authentication table, this column should be renamed. And as we are mixing two tables with their IDs into one on here, this one would also need to be trained to be able to speak with two different ones. So maybe it's good to put on here a user source role, right? Role source table. So this matches then on here. And we know that this ID has to be looked in this table. Okay. Okay. Role, right? Okay, wow. And this should be it, right? So now the question is how we get data into this position in here. This method is called in the login thing. Oh yeah, this is easy. Login is login. Okay. Create account. Attendee. Trainers, right? Okay. So we need to two different buttons. Okay. So we have on here this differentiation. Okay. Okay. Yeah. There is nothing different. Okay. This here. Here. So create account. Let's check once more. Attendees or trainers, right? Attendees or trainers. Okay. On where? In their own email. Okay. Okay. But on here, when we log in the user, we need to teach it also, right? So you are getting an email and a password. Okay. Now it's looking for account data in the auth table for login name and the email. Email is always unique, right? This is okay. So account data is false. Boom. If not, check for password. Let's, oh no, this is fine, right? Generate token. So it's not interested. And this is good. Actually, this would work, right? So let's try. We have a oh yeah, yes, please save this. Oh, restart application. This is Heidi. It's sometimes crashing, you know. Heidi is getting tired as me. No, this is the attendees table where we have a column email. This is important. And then we have a trainers table, yeah. And even the first name is right. Okay, so okay, this is good for later. And trainer has also an email column. Okay, so we have here now user Smith at toolhouse.com. Okay, Smith. Okay, we will also use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Create account trainer. Account has been created for a given email address, smith-toolhouse.com. Wow. So let's check in a database for Trongate users. Ah, you see we have a second one. Okay, it's cool. Here, I don't understand this why I have two, but okay. But we made something wrong. Let's Trongate users. Let's get rid of this user here. This is the last user. We have it open. No, we don't have. So because the trainer is another ID, right? So let's make on here. On here. So role is attendee. If this is the case, then put 11, otherwise 10, right? Okay, let's try once more. Just reload. Password has been up. Ah, okay, it's bad. Why? Wait a second. Why? Ah, because we have not deleted from the aus table, right? Okay, so Smith, goodbye. Trongate use. Okay, genau. Okay, so now reload. Account has been created for Smith. Okay, oops. Sorry, friends. So, okay, new user. On here, Smith. Okay. And here, role source table trainers. Wow, it worked out. A. It's excellent. Okay. 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 I corrected this on here to plural because the role is defined as attendees. It worked out because we called the create account a trainer thing. So we have been setting on here, also from the flow on there, a trainer. So it would not, so it would in any case use the ID of the level ID of 10. But on here is a mistaken thing. But what's weird is this one here. Somehow this was weird. So let's check in the database on here. Trongate tokens. You see there are two tokens actually. Let's hard reload. Let's oops. Hard reload. Let's check. No, but there is no cookie. There is no cookie. I don't understand why these are in. Shouldn't they have been out? This is important and this is important for Trongate, right? But why we had on here token? Okay. Anyway, so let's try to log in. Let's try to log in with Smith 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Log in. Okay. So what now we received the token. Okay, and in the database Okay, user ID 1066. Okay, Trongate users 1066. And Mr. Smith is 1066. Okay, so Mr. Smith is logged in. So let's log out Mr. Smith. So what does it say on here? Cookie. There is no Trongate cookie anymore. This is good. So okay, okay, good. Okay, I don't know what happened. Maybe while testing it put on here, but then it broke during the erroneous or whatever. Okay, so this is fine. So let's do something small. Look on here, on the lower side on here. Login, auth, login. This is fine, right? But if you move this to this view, then on its toolhouse logout, this is wrong, right? So we need to find a way to check if we are logged in or not. Function is log in. Maybe we'll also put a feature in to ask if a specific role is met. Okay, so let's load up the Trongate tokens thing. Okay, and we have seen this attempt get valid token, right? We have seen this already. So, and let's make the following before role ID equals this. Let's see if this works out. Model get one where. Let's ask the user levels table for this ID by level title. So let's ask for the ID. No, let's ask the level title where level title matches role, and we'll ask the Trongate user levels table. Okay, but we will ask this only if is now. Okay, if it's not now, we will ask this, right? So let's load this module in the front of everything what we are doing. Then we will ask for a token on here, the same thing on here, but with the ID via role line role line ID. Okay, so now we can ask if somebody is logged in, and if we don't provide anything, it will just test if somebody is logged in and return a token or not. And if we are asking if somebody is logged in and checking if it has a corresponding role, we will use this one here. So if token is false, we return false. Otherwise, return true, right? So And this logged in thing we can also use to adopt this on here a little bit. Let's check in the template of this thing. On here, we see on here somewhere, you see it's always showing this logout thing, yeah, always, yeah. And we can change the icon. We put here, sign in, reload, you see. So what we can do on here, we can ask if modules run as our function, if somebody is logged in or not, yeah. If it's true, then we will show these two lines and offer the logout function. And if not, we will just make them here. Let's log in. Right? And then it should actually match the current state. Okay. We are not logged in, so let's log in. Smith 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Log in. And you see now we are logged in and we get also this account thing on the lower side on here. You see this account and this thing on here? And we are getting the logout thing. And again, we are losing it. Okay, cool. So let's log in once more. Smith 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Log in. Boom. Let's check on here. Log out. Cool. Yeah, you see this? Okay. Okay. So, and as last, have you realized when we log, if we log in, if we click on log in, then it's saying you are logged in. This is a bug because we have in our login user thing, we are setting the flash data you are logged in and then redirecting. We are not consuming this set flash data. This is the reason why this one is listed here. So if you log in, dismiss 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, log in, boom, we are now logged in, log out. Okay, now log in, it's not anymore there, it's a small bug. Yeah, so we fixed it all here. This is enough for today, I think, right? No, it's not enough. Let's do one small thing. But wouldn't it be cool if we are logged in, then it would speak to us? So we can also check the way backwards. So we have on here somewhere a logout view file. What would happen if you would play around at this position here a little bit? Let's put PHP in on here. And is logged in. Boom. What would be if we would ask function get greeting? So we could actually ask about the token. So here and let's get a token. Okay, so if we have a token, oh no, there's something better, right? Okay, tokens. There's something better. Get user ID. You see, everything is done. You can use this to ask for a Trongate's user ID. If nobody is logged in, false. Otherwise, Trongate user ID. Let's just use this. Much better. So get reading. Get user ID. Okay. Get user ID equals this Trongate tokens get user ID. Boom. Okay. If Trongate user ID false, it will return nothing. Okay. This will never happen. Out. So now we know the Trongate user ID. And now let's go backwards. Trongate's token, and we get the user ID. This is now known. So now let's look in the auth table for this ID. So auth line is this model one where only users ID matches from the user ID on the table auth. Okay, so we're getting this line. Okay, this line. And now we can ask the appropriate. This is excellentus. Yeah. So now user data is this model get on there, and we will ask for the ID because we wanna get the ID on here, this data, even from the attendees or from the trainer table, right? Okay, and the ID we received out of our question on here is existent because we know also the table, right? So get one where ID matches outline. This is the outline user ID from the table attendees or trainers role source table, right? So we're not telling here a table name, we are saying on here outline role source table. Okay, now we can return user data first name. Okay, get reading first name. Yeah. Okay, so and this thing we would call on here echo modules run auth get reading. No, first name equals. Okay, logout here. First name. Let's see if this works. Logout here misses whatever, I don't know. Let's see. A trainer's logged in. First name, okay. Mrs. Smith Jennifer. and Wilson is John. Okay, so log out here, Jennifer. Okay, isn't that cool? Now it's enough for today. It's 1 a.m. in the morning. It's enough for today. We have done a cool thing on here. Really a cool thing, and we are actually more or less ready. Maybe we should, we should make actually a separate view if we are logged in, that these two buttons are only visible to users who are member of a specific user level, right? Yeah, we'll do this tomorrow. Yeah, and now we are actually really in the business on here to make a view where, and also where we can show or not show this possibility to welcome a customer. Dawn, good night, tired, bye.